Shout out to Mama. You know what I'm saying? Beautiful thing that she can still be here and be able to hear your story, man. So let's talk about your biggest supporter during your incarceration. And we speaking about this because not to shame the people that didn't support, but to show how important it is. It's one light that we hold on to that guide us through it, right? And for me, it was my mother. If my mother didn't come visit me when I was locked up and hug on me, I don't think I would have understood what compassion was, right? I felt like I would have had no compassion for the people in there, whether it was guards or the inmates that I was dealing with, if it wasn't for my mother visiting me and showing me compassion. So let's talk about some of your biggest supporters during your time and some of the things or people that helped you get through that mentally.
Well, you know, it ain't no doubt my number one supporter was my mother, man. You know, she always wrote me, you know, sent me money on a consistent basis, you know, and with me being way up there on our radio, I couldn't get no regular visits, you know. The 12 years I did there, they probably came to see me about 3 times, you know. But I was basically, you know, like I said, my family, you know, sisters, cousins, aunts, uncles, you know, wasn't communicating. You know, every blue moon. Now, one of my aunts wrote me a couple of times. You know, she was going through some things. You know, but a lot of families, man, you know, give up on you. Especially like me. I started getting locked up when I was 12 years old. You know what I'm saying? In and out, in and out, in and out. So a lot of times your family's like, okay, well, that's what he chose to do. He chose that over us. So, you know, fuck him, you know. And that's how a lot of people just give up on you. Or they call themselves showing you tough love. Okay, well, he want to be down there. We're not going to send him no money. We're not going to accept his cause. We're not going to write him. We're not, you know, maybe that'll teach him a lesson. But I want the families that's listening to understand that being in, even though a lot of us don't realize that our absence is hurting our family. You know what I'm saying? When you don't support us, or at least, you know, just check in here and there, you know what I'm saying? It's so easy for us to become institutionalized, to become totally absorbed in surviving in prison. You know what I'm saying? Because we don't have the emotional attachments to the free world, keeping us focused on the free world. You know, and that's what happened to me, man. I became so institutionalized, man, that I didn't even realize it, you know. And to be honest, I felt like, you know, nobody loved me or cared about me. You know what I'm saying? And when a person feels unloved and uncared about, you know, it make it easier for you to make the bad decisions. Because you feel like it don't affect nobody anyway, you know. Right. So I was just a damn fool, you know, just fully aware of the consequences of my actions. You know what I'm saying? But that's just, you know, that, you know, families need to, you know, support us, man, you know, and try to help, you know, let your loved ones know, man, that you do love them, you know. They got to hear it, man. They got to see it, you know. You can't, well, you know I love you. You know, I don't know because you didn't show me. You know, right. So. And it's hard, but like you said, it's hard for them because they hurting too, man. Again, once again, real life stories from real life people, man. We cannot make this up, man. When you make the choice to go to prison, it's not guaranteed that your mama, that your sister, that your brother will be there for you. When you make that choice to sever them ties, it's not guaranteed that you will get anybody to help you or ride with you through that ignorance that you're going through.
And we know many people. This brother had his mother. I had my mother. We know many people in there that got nobody at all. They don't even have nobody to parole to. Right now, parole is jacked up for people because they have nowhere to stay. Nobody even wants them to come home, right? So this is what y'all got to understand about what you giving up and what you are severing when you go down here. We are so used to people throwing the birthday parties and throwing the parties when people get out. People think it's just one big old fun thing for everybody. It's not, man. When you doing time, your family is doing time also. And they not obligated and they are not even thinking about what you going through because they suffering themselves out here. So think about that when you're thinking about committing that crime and thinking about going to the Texas Department of Criminal Justice, man. Yeah, everybody ain't gonna be there for you, man. And it's by design that it's like that. It's on you, Hollywood. I think we on number 13.
So, man, this the part I like to. This is what I want to know about. You know, this is one of my specific questions in this log right here, man. That brings joy to me because I know it. I felt a certain way when this happened to me, and we all feel different, especially when you know you're going somewhere where people love you after coming from a place where nobody gives a damn about you. You're just a number. So on your first day of being released, right? Describe your feeling of being home, man.
And you know, a friend of mine, man, from like the 3rd or 4th grade, man, came to pick me up from Tascasita, a guy named Charles, man. I hadn't seen this brother, man, since I was probably about 15 or 16. But he had heard, I was on a certain unit with a guy that he had, used to run with from the hood. And he hit me up, man. And, he came and picked me up, man, took me to see the family, man, but it was beautiful, man, get to hug my mom, my dad, and just to be free. He took me out to eat, Taste of Texas, supposed to be one of the best steakhouses in Houston, man. And I remember one of my nephews, Omari, I talked to him and he asked me, he said, man, Unc, how does it feel to be free? He said, it's like it's not even real. I've been hearing about you all these years and you finally home, man. How does it feel to be free? And I told him, I said, man, physical freedom to me ain't shit. I said, I'm free spiritually and I'm free mentally. You know what I'm saying? So I'm good, because I realize that there's a lot of people that's out here in the free world that's more in prison than people in prison, because they not free spiritually and mentally, And I hope that he grasped the concept that I was trying to, show him, And it's been beautiful, man, being back around my family, hugging my mama, helping them out around the house, hanging out with my sister, kicking it with my nephew. But it's been lovely, man.